School was a hard time for me. I had migraines every second day because of the stress that I went through with the battles that happened in school on break. And I beat everybody, and always got the blame for it from the teachers, as I was always stronger because I worked in the forest with my father and carried huge amounts of wood, so I was always stronger than the rest of the kids. But the main thing in school for me was that it didn't inspire me to follow my passions, and that was the main thing that was a problem for me. Lyme disease took away a lot of my energy and gave me exhaustion instead. It gave me shaky hands and my body lost its balance. Unfortunately, that blocked a lot of my passions. I couldn't do parkour anymore, or draw, or paint. I couldn't do many things. Now it's getting better, but slowly. Mainly, I lost my condition, and the biggest problem with this was I couldn't lead any parkour group, but I created one anyway and continued to try. My group is located on Facebook because I thought that would be the simplest way to do it, and unfortunately no one meets because there's no leader and I can't do it, but at least everybody knows where everybody is. When I was sick, I had a lot of time to think about what I would make money off of. Luckily, we went to a conference where this teacher spoke. His name was Stephen Key, and he is one of the greatest patent inventors and licensing experts in America. And so I started inventing ideas. I made up 270 of them, and then I decided that it was too much of a hassle. So I chose one of them, and this one is a kind of belt that is improved and strong, manly, and I can definitely sell to companies and stores and make my money that way. I have two prototypes I created to make sure that this idea was worthwhile, and I think they're quite well developed. I believe in the rule of 5 minutes and 10%, and this rule states that you should do everything for 5 minutes longer, which winds up being a longer time, or 10% more, which also winds up being more, and being more productive in your life this way. And that's why I work out way harder than I'm supposed to and than I can. The main reason why I work out is that I want to be healthy enough to take advantage of my life instead of starting from zero once I'm healthy and having to build up to normality. When I was sick, I had problems with my faith because working at Crater Lake, when I was starting to get sick, I prayed for 8 hours a day and I never got a response. Or I did and I just didn't listen or didn't want to hear it. So after I got sick, I had depression, stress, paranoia, all these issues. So the first time I tried suicide was I took a belt that I had, which was a very weak one, and I hung it from my bed, and I didn't know you have to jump to rip through your spinal cord, but luckily I didn't know that, and the belt broke. And then I gave up on suicide, and I found my friend who was a dealer of marijuana, and that was the first time I tried it, and it helped me for 2 days at a time with my depression and anger and stress. And thank goodness, because otherwise I don't know what would happen. My mom found another medicine that also helps, and you take it once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, and It's completely herbal. It calms you down, focuses your mind, doesn't exhaust you. It's an excellent medicine. This year I lost all hope in my healing because it's been 4 years, almost 5, and nothing was getting better. It was all getting worse, in a way. And God led us to the device called the BRT. It's an electrostimulator that sends frequencies of electricity that kill specific diseases, the Lyme, the mold, everything. And in 8 months I will be free of Lyme, and in 2 years I will be completely back to normal. I got my faith back in God, and my relationship with Him hasn't been better in a long time. The BRT machine takes 3 hours, 4 sometimes 1, every day for 3 days, and then I have a 2-day break. While I'm hooked up to this machine, I study anything I want to, mostly YouTube, but also other sources. I learn quite a bit, so this time isn't wasted. It's not just sleeping or lying down and taking this treatment, it's actually learning. And with a passion for learning all subjects, there's never enough. These trials and tribulations have brought me closer to God, and recently even closer, but I don't believe that we can get all the way to Him on earth. And I believe that I've gotten as far as I can go at this point, although in the future I believe I will get closer to Him and be able to help others through these past experiences. I can always count on God, and He's my brother, He's my sister, He's my mother, He's my father, He's everything. I find that studying God's creation, nature, is bringing me closer to God, and through that I can find myself and find peace in this ever-changing world. I worked at Crater Lake, a national park, and it was very stressful since the restaurant I worked at served 300 people an hour, and I discovered that I didn't want to work there after 2 years. The main reason being I already got sick and couldn't continue, but the second reason was that I knew that I would lose my passion if I kept working there. I found a girl there that I started dating, and it was a pretty good relationship, but unfortunately she was taking her epileptic medicine while she was drinking, and the medicine didn't work. She died of an epileptic attack, and unfortunately, since I was in family, I couldn't see her body. Laura and I had a connection, and in some ways I miss it. believe fear comes from the devil, and we as Christians shouldn't experience it because that stands against our faith that God can protect us from anything and that He's out there for us, always, and we're safe in His arms. I believe fear originated with the devil, and the devil passed it on to Adam and Eve, and after they sinned, they felt fear for the first time. I decided to reject fear because since it comes from the devil, we should not experience fear. I feel closer to God when I climb to tall spaces, and my outlook on life is completely changed. I have to rely completely on God, otherwise, well, I'd have no protection at all. And the peace that comes over me when I'm in a dangerous spot is like nothing else in life. I felt angry at people because of my depression and because of my paranoia. I rejected my family, although I was in the same house, and I've eventually overcome this with the help of God, and I'm able now to lead a cleaner, more open life.